तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुम् अरविन्ददयालकाक्षं रामं निशाकरविनाशकरं नमामि। My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Sai Ram everyone. So with Swami's blessings and grace, we have been celebrating our center anniversary for this month of April. And along with that, we have also this month April is special for us because we had Ugadi last week and the Sri Ram Navami next week. And we have Swami's Maharadhana Day falls in the same month. As a part of all these occasions, we are going to have talks for this month during our study circle program by the members of our Ladies and Sai Center and members of other Sai Centers. And today we have Brother Murali Mohan Krishna Garu here, who is going to talk about why fear when I am here, the divine blessings of Bhagavan and his overflowing mercy and importance of spirit of surrender. Brother Murali Mohan Krishna, a Kerala presently employed with the Tata Consultancy Services and staying in Somerset, New Jersey. He was a guest faculty at Swami's Vrindavan campus and a bhajan singer in TV Hariharan's group in Bangalore. He associated with Sri Satya Sai Centers in Minneapolis and Mission Visio and Tuxtla, California, earlier during 2001 through 2008 in US. He was in Himayat Nagar, Hyderabad and Jalvayu Vihar, Bangalore during 1993 through 99. He was in North Shore, Auckland, New Zealand in 2000. His wife Padma Garu worked in Swami's Super Speciality Hospital in Whitefield in IT and as an SSC core teacher from 2010 to 2012. She was also a bhajan singer in TV Hariharan's group in Bangalore. Padma Garu served as a SSC teacher in Sri Satya Sai Center, Lakewood, California, and Minneapolis. She was also a devotional coordinator in Yamanapilla Sai Center. Their son Ajay was Swami's student in Puttaparthi from 1998 through 2003 and completed his BSc Honours, and he was also in Swami's plan. On behalf of every one of us, I request and welcome Brother Murali Mohan Krishna Garu to share his valuable experiences with all of us and talk about why fear when I am here. Sai Ram.
Pranams, Om Sri Sai Ram. Dear Sai Bandhus, it's a great privilege to stand before you and to sing the glory of Bhagwan, avatar of our ages, especially in this month of April. Why fear when I'm here? Some of us may be thinking whether Bhagwan is here. We do have experiences after Bhagwan left this physical world in physical form and blessing us. Let's have a journey for about the next 40 minutes or so, going through the overflowing mercy of Bhagwan, how Bhagwan transforms the heart of the individuals so that the Jivatma reaches the Paramatma from where it emerged to merge back into Bhagwan. To invoke again Bhagwan's physical presence here in this very hall, I invite Padma to sing a bhajan invoking Bhagwan's divine presence. Or you can take the mic there.
I'll get it.
दया करो साई माँ, जय माँ दया करो साई माँ।
जय माँ दया करो साई माँ। मुक्ति प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी माँ
जननी माँ जननी जगदननी साई माँ
जननी माँ जननी जग जननी साई माँ
जननी माँ जननी जगदननी साई माँ
जननी माँ जननी जग जननी साई माँ
दया करो साई माँ जय माँ
दया करो साई
दया करो साई माँ
दया करो साई
जय माँ जय माँ दया करो साई माँ
जय माँ दया करो साई
मुक्ति प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी माँ
मुक्ति प्रदायिनी प्रेम प्रदायिनी शांति प्रदायिनी माँ
जननी माँ जननी जगदननी साई माँ
जननी माँ जननी जग जननी साई माँ
दया करो साई माँ जय माँ
दया करो साई माँ
कृपा करो साई माँ
जय माँ
दया करो साई माँ
Pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan, the Universal Mother, the Universal Father, who is in cosmic form, the Vishwarupa, the Vishnu, present in all of us, each one of us. Everything in this universe and the universes beyond. Sai Bandhus, this is the journey that started in 1987. Incidentally, this is the journey of three souls, myself, my wife and my son. But if I say soul, you may doubt my mental well-being. So, to be safe enough, three actors I'm talking about. The experiences are incidental in nature, but the lessons we received, the guidance we received from Bhagavan is more important. That led to the journey of transformation. It's 1998, late 98, 88, 1988, late 1988. I was suffering from some ailment. It was not diagnosed in respect of going through multiple tests. And the suffering continued for more than a year. Even if I take a water, I'll get a writhing pain in my intestines. Hence I could not take any food. And I was on sick leave. I lost about 25 pounds. And I'm at home. My son was at the time 5-year-old. And he doesn't know what is the problem with me. The situation is such that my wife has to put her ear on my heart to see whether I'm still alive. That was the situation. I just started going to Bala Vikas classes, what you call SSC here. See how Bhagavan takes each one of us into his fold to rescue us and to put us in the right path. When he is going to the Balavikas, he used to recite some sloka. They used to appreciate that, it gave him a star, and they gave Bhagwan's photograph, and he brought it and put it in my altar. At that time, I was not believing in Bhagwan because I have my traditional thinking that a godly person, to accept somebody in human form as God is very, very difficult. When you can see him, when you can talk to him, it's very, very difficult to accept somebody as God in human form. Maybe you can accept a grandfather like Shirdi Baba because he's not in our times to accept as God, but very difficult when somebody is living and moving and talking to us. But when my son got that photograph, I said, okay, I didn't have much respect, but I said, okay, keep it in the altar. And it was there, and then since I was going down and the doctors could not diagnose what was that, in fact, everybody was thinking it's more psychological rather than pathological, and I lost my hope. I know that I'm going to die. To see that my wife and my son are not in the roads, I asked my wife to join for a postgraduate diploma course in NIT Hyderabad. I didn't have money to pay the full fee, so she was on installments. A block away from our house, a family lives there, Sai devotees. So the house lady one day asked Padma, why don't you come and accompany me to the Sai center? Perhaps you can pray to Bhagavan and get his blessings. So when my wife told me that she wants to go to the Sai center, I didn't have belief. So I said, in 1 hour I'm not going to die, go and come. So she went there and the bhajans were going on. Each bhajan, the tempo is increasing. My wife's emotions are also increasing. She prayed to many gods for my health and well-being. There is a photograph, there were photographs of all gods and a big photograph of Shirdi Bhagwan, Sai Bhagwan and many other deities. So my wife put a challenge to Bhagavan, if you are God, why don't you help me? Seeing the emotions my wife is going through after the center activities are over, they allowed her to sit in the puja room, the bhajan hall, close the room so that she can contemplate on Bhagavan. I think it's an emotional outburst. That very night, Bhagavan gave a vision to my wife. Vision, not a dream. Vision, he knocked on the main door. When she opened, Bhagavan was there in the sky, kind of thing. And Bhagavan extended the hand. There is a gulf between where Bhagavan is there in the skies and the house where Padma is there. So Bhagavan wanted Padma come. So he said, Bhagavan, how can I come? He extended his hand and tossed her as a baby into his lap. And the house collapsed. I was in the house. So when she told me about this, I'm certain that I'm going to die because the house collapsed and Bhagavan rescued only Padma and taken her as a baby into his lap. But Bhagavan mentioned one powerful, profound statement. I will never leave this hand. Remember, I will never leave this hand. Bhagavan gave a promise, a blessing. And then first time the correct diagnosis was made. It was diagnosed that I'm suffering from intestinal tuberculosis and it is almost 2 years old in the 3rd degree. The doctor who was treating the doctor who was treating me was Dr. Nageshwari. Incidentally, Dr. Nageshwari treated Bhagavan also in the month of March, April, before Bhagavan left this physical world. And I was put on antibiotics, 2 years full, 5 antibiotics a day kind of thing. But the way the Bhagavan has come into our lives and taken care of our lives and guided, and really that I'm alive today, that my wife is alive today, my son is alive today. It's a great blessing of Bhagavan. I'm telling this because we underwent 7 surgeries. What is the use of coming to Bhagavan when you are going to get into 7 surgeries? Many of my relatives and friends also start questioning, what kind of a Bhagavan we have? He doesn't rescue you. Very many people do not know that Bhagavan, by his overflowing mercy, hastened the karmic law so that what we are supposed to undergo in 10 incarnations, we are expected to go through when Bhagavan was in physical form, and Bhagavan taking away 90% of the suffering, and this physical body is taking only less than 10%. So each time Bhagavan gives signals of what is going to happen, and he takes over. The example being, Bhagavan blessed us when we took the silver padakas made for Bhagavan in Whitefield. Bhagavan wore them, and standing there for 5 minutes I had to obtain times Padanamaskar of Bhagavan. And on those padakas, we have 2 sets of padakas, silver padakas. One Bhagavan wore and one Bhagavan blessed thrice only with the hand. I took them thrice to Bhagavan, but thrice Bhagavan only blessed with the hand. We do Shirdi Baba Stotra to the silver padakas where Bhagavan blessed, which Bhagavan blessed with his hand. And Sai Baba, our Swami's Ashtotram to the padakas Swami wore. On the padakas, you will get impressions of footprints of Bhagavan whenever something is to happen. You can see the formation of the lines also on the silver padakas. Then we know that Bhagavan has already come, something is going to happen, but we need not fear because Bhagavan has already taken care of. Between myself, my wife and my son, we underwent 7 surgeries. Life shaking, life changing, death shaking kind of experiences. Twice my wife was in coma. She underwent 3 abdominal surgeries, major surgeries. And the power of Sai Gayatri, when it was chanted by Sai devotees, sitting around her bed, when connected with all tubes, everything flowing with blood, and she has become bluish. It is the power of Sai Gayatri, the power of our beloved Bhagavan, who is rescuing us. Why fear when I'm here, when Bhagavan said, because he is Veda Purusha, whatever he says is Veda Vak, and it has to certainly happen. But why Bhagavan has helped us, and why we have to go through the experiences? It's difficult to explain because Bhagavan's Leela, nobody can comprehend. Bhagavan said, even Adisesha cannot comprehend his way of blessing the world. When Padma was admitted into hospital, it's a 1-year journey. She was admitted on December 23rd. Remember 23rd, Bhagavan's birthday. Of course, month is November, but 23rd is that significant number. In 1 year, she has to undergo 2 major abdominal surgeries. And exactly on December 23rd of next year, she came out of the hospital with the 2nd abdominal, actually 3rd abdominal surgery. One day before the surgery, I'm talking about the 2nd surgery, I'm going in the reverse order. One day before the 2nd surgery, Bhagavan gave a vision to her it's a dream. And Bhagavan was already operating on her body, physical body, in the dream. And another sage, you might have heard of Vishwayogi, Vishwanji from Guntur. Vishwayogi is giving the instruments and Bhagavan is operating on Padma's physical body. And Bhagavan says, in the dream, there is no death when Bhagavan is there. The important thing here is that when Padma was admitted in the hospital, to divert her attention, the doctor generally asks the patient, what is your husband, how many children you got, what you are doing, kind of, just to get that nervous tension of the patient down, and so that the patient will settle down. Here this anesthesiologist, this doctor, is asking, who is your God? And Padma says, Bhagavan, Sri Sachi Sai Baba. Say Om Sri Sai Ram, Om Sri Sai Ram, Om Sri Sai Ram. The doctor is telling Padma to tell. And Padma tells Om Sri Sai Ram, she is already put on the chloroform kind of thing. And the second Om Sri Sai Ram itself, she went into that sleep and they operated upon. But the important thing is, Bhagavan is waiting as the first servant of the universe to come and rescue us. He wanted the doctor to remind Padma so that she can call, so that she can come and help. Whose divine plan is this? Can any human plan like this? And when the surgery started, one of the surgeries, the doctor could not continue. She wanted the help of 2 more doctors. The room number is 23. And the doctor came out of the operation theatre, said, Krishna, I cannot continue the operation. I require the help of 2 more doctors. It's a very complex surgery and everything is a mess inside. So, what can I say? Doctor, don't worry about the money. Please take the help of doctors. And I come out of the room and go into the room room number 23. I have a small tripod on which Bhagavan's photograph, that birthday photograph with 2 hands raised blessing, waters. I put my head at Bhagavan's photograph and said, Bhagavan, here or there, it doesn't matter. Let her not suffer. And by the time I uttered this sentence at Bhagavan's photograph and he came outside the corridor, this is the corridor, this is the operation theatre, and that's the room number 23. I come out of that, and one doctor came and walked into the operation theatre. After 1 more minute, 1 more doctor walked in and went into the operation theatre. As any ordinary man can see, doctors generally come in ordinary dress, go to the change room, there they change into that separate dress, sterilized and all. Then they go to the operation theatre. Surprising thing, these doctors just walked in with the dress, coming from outside. This is the one day vision before. Shirdi Baba, Satya Sai Baba coming, the pranic healer coming in the form of doctors, actually walking into the operation theatre, and the doctor reminding her to remind who is your God, chant his name. All the sequence, if you see, is all programmed by Bhagavan. What happened was, about 6 months before this, Padma had to undergo the first major abdominal surgery. This is an ectopic pregnancy, tubal burst, and there are only 20% chances for anybody to survive this kind of mess, if you ask me, if you permit me to say so. That was 23rd of December or November. December, 23rd of December. And she was preparing some snacks to be taken to the hospital where my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, underwent a brain surgery 2 days before. His surgery was on 21st. It was 7 hours surgery, brain tumor in Nizam's super specialty hospital. I prayed to Bhagavan, 24 people came, waited for 7 hours to give blood donation. 24 units of blood they given for my brother-in-law. The anesthesia given to my brother-in-law was sufficient for 4 years. Next 4 hours, next 3 hours, they were using this spray anesthesia for. Within less than 48 hours, Padma required blood donation. Again, people came and helped. 21st was my brother-in-law surgery. We were attending on him in the hospital in ICU. Next day was Thursday. We went for Thursday's bhajan. One of the Sai devotees, seeing Padma, said, something wrong with you. Did you get your blood checked up? Bhagavan has given a message in the Thursday bhajan that something is wrong with Padma and we should consult the doctor. Because my brother-in-law is already in ICU. I didn't have time. She didn't have time. We were attending on my brother-in-law and the family. And she was preparing the snacks and suddenly she collapsed. That is the ectopic tubal burst. That is Thursday, Friday. And fortunately we have one doctor in our complex and he told me to bring her to the hospital because she has to be, he has to perform a surgery immediately. But on the way he said, why don't you get the scan done? So I went to the scan center because the bladder was empty. She has to take a lot of water. It was a 1 hour delay. The doctor waited for me at the hospital thinking that I am bringing Padma. And then he has to go for another open heart surgery, which has taken another 3 hours for him. And by the time he came back from the hospital, to the hospital where Padma was waiting to be attended on, the time lag was total 7 hours. Remember, ectopic pregnancy tubal burst, the survival rate is 20% of the first half an hour. 7 hours, Padma's body has become bluish. I have one photograph of Bhagavan I generally carry in my pocket. I put it on his forehead because I'm unable to bear the tension. Bhagavan, you please take care of her. Here or there, it doesn't matter. And the doctor came back from the other surgery from the other hospital, and he really scolded me that I'm an educated brute, that I did not take care of my wife. In fact, I will be categorized the murderer of my wife because I delayed bringing her. Then I said, doctor, you only told me to get the scan done. He said, no, I'm a surgeon. I don't wait for any diagnosis. I cut open the body and save the patient. Now your wife will not survive. I will not do the surgery, he said. I pleaded with him. With a lot of reluctance he did, because by the time already Padma has become bluish and sinking and sinking and sinking. So they need to have enough time to clean up everything in internal mess is 1.5 liters blood or so, leading internal hemorrhage. So since they didn't have time to clean up everything, that resulted in the second surgery. But when she was brought out of the operation theatre, Himayat Nagar Sai Center people, all of them, because we are bhajan singers, most of us, in Sai centers, the overflowing mercy of Bhagavan, overflowing love of Sai Bandhus, we all experienced. All of us were sitting around Padma's bed and doing the Sai Gayatri, and she survived. Survived beyond expectations. Nobody really expected, including the doctors, expected that she will survive. So again, Bhagavan's miracle. So when you have this kind of near-death experiences, and when you call, if you are God, help me, and somebody helps you, what else can you say other than believing that He is God? And He is Lord Venkateshwara. After completing the 2 years medication for my intestinal tuberculosis, I wanted to pay my respects to Bhagavan. I come to Whitefield, and Bhagavan came very nearby, four rows away. He talked to many people, but he didn't even look at me. He looked, in fact, I'm humbled like Lord Shiva, annihilating the Ajnana. Bhagavan treated me like a mosquito, and really I was humbled because then I thought that I read the scriptures and I'm initiated by gurus from my childhood, and I know some things, so Bhagavan will talk to me, recognize me. Just Bhagavan did not care. He moved this side, that side, came thrice, but even didn't look at my face. I was humbled. And then itself, I took a vow that I'll change my habits. I was having a bad habit. Bhagavan said, if you take 1 step, I'll take 100 steps. When I started reforming myself, this way overflowing mercy of Bhagavan started coming. It is inexplicable in the sense that it is programmed by Bhagavan. 1994, again the month of April, we started going to bhajans in Himayat Nagar. In Himayat Nagar, you have bhajans every day. If month is 31 days, 31st day you may not have in some houses, but practically 30 days we have. That means every Monday, every Sunday, every Saturday, every Friday, every Tuesday kind of thing. So we were actually guided by one bhajans guru by name Narsimha Rao, and he has the responsibility to us that we should be attending to all the bhajans without fail in the Himayat Nagar region, and it is our responsibility. We started going like that. I was working, Padma was working. We just run from the office by 5:30. We'll reach home, just leave from home, and 6 o'clock the bhajan starts in Himayat Nagar Center. All 30 days, all 31 days. The way Bhagavan really made us run for these bhajans is that he wanted us to have some credit balance of participating in Sai activities, which we require for the forthcoming surgeries. So Bhagavan wanted us to have a balance in the bank kind of thing, credit balance. He made us run every day of the week, month by month. And we were going like that. We're fortunate to attend to bhajans in Dr. Kakade's house. Dr. Kakade is the person who has written the book Shri to Parthi. Great experiences of Bhagwan he has had in Hyderabad. And many other houses. And Padma was selected as a singer in Shivam. And then there was an opportunity for the people connected with the Sai centers that their children could be given the opportunity that Bhagavan will perform the Upanayana. So in 1995, Bhagavan's divine grace, he performed my son's Upanayana also. In the childhood, when I told you that in Hyderabad, 1 block away, the 2 girls who were SSC students who were taking my son, who is much younger to them, to the Balavikas and Ajay reciting slokas and getting stars, recognition and trophies and all. At that time, he was very much influenced. He wanted to go to Bhagwan's institute to join as a student, school as a student. So 1995, we had an opportunity to talk to Bhagwan and we given the application form. Bhagwan has taken that application form and asked. Ajay stood up and said, Bhagwan, I want to join your school. So Bhagwan said, returned back the cover back to Ajay and said, wait. And it's taken about 4 years. And in the 11th class, Ajay had the admission, Bhagwan's divine grace. And he continued 4 or 5 years. And Bhagwan really taken care of him so that I can actually leave him there with Bhagwan and I can come abroad. The story here is, he has taken care of my son as a student. He has taken care of my wife as a patient suffering from ailment. He has taken care of me to correct me to move away from some of the bad habits and put me on the righteous path and made all the 3 of us to run in the Sai center activities, in the bhajans and satsangs, that kind of activities. And my son was taken as a direct student himself. So then I was praying to Bhagwan, why don't you give an opportunity? I cannot become a student now. Why don't you give an opportunity so that I can work in your university? So Bhagwan permitted me as a guest faculty. I was sometimes guest faculty for the MBA students in Brindavan campus and the BCom classes also. So Bhagwan has given me that opportunity and life's purpose is fulfilled. He has allowed my wife also to join the IT department in Swami's Super Specialty Hospital in Whitefield. And she was also teaching the computer science to the nursing college students. So all the 3 of us directly were given the protection by Bhagwan after we have taken certain steps of correcting ourselves and becoming, to the extent possible, with our limited knowledge, in a very humble way, correcting ourselves so that we can become instruments in His hands. When I say instruments, all of us are His divine creation. All of us are the divine instruments in His hands. But Bhagavan mentioned about one thing, be ever ready. We do not know when the time comes, when the call comes. Each one of us came for a purpose. That purpose sometimes will be known to us. Sometimes we will be getting some thought currents given by Bhagavan or sages. Sometimes we receive them. It is always like Y junction. I can take this route or this route. But if I take a route which is not expected of me, I will again come back to the same thing in this incarnation or some other incarnation. I am telling this again because after getting cured of my intestinal tuberculosis 2 years treatment, I went to Tirupati, had a wonderful darshan, had Bhagavan's darshan, and then in Chennai I went to a Nadi astrologer. He wanted to know about the future and the past. And that Nadi astrologer has taken that and he told that Bhagavan's divine blessings are there with you. Bhagavan is Vishnu Teja. Bhagavan has the descent of Bhagavan for the ascent of man. And all of us have a purpose. So all of us have been brought by Bhagavan in his age for a specific purpose and for a specific role. All of us need to be ever ready. And all of us are in this path because we are already involved in multiple activities of the Sai centers. My son, I given like Ravi kind of people, Swami students, they're already grown up from the SSC to Bhagwan's University and then messengers of Bhagwan. Some people are serving indirectly in the centers, in the devotional wing, in the seva wing, and others. But all these are as sadhana, and Bhagwan is given this opportunity, and Bhagwan has also signed the promissory note. Constant integrated awareness with the awareness that we are doing this, thy will happen kind of thing, without ownership of doing anything and without waiting and asking for the results. Not going to the Kamadhenu and Kalparuksha asking for coffee powder kind of thing. The overflowing mercy will flow. To give my own example, when I asked Bhagwan thrice to bless that other silver padakas, he just touched and he didn't even reply. And when he performed Ajay's Upanayanam, after that Bhagwan, the overflowing mercy of Bhagwan and the love of Bhagwan is such a beautiful thing to witness. Bhagwan came to the canteen to see that we are served first. And Bhagwan did not take his prasadam in the morning until the time the devotees have been served with families. And first time when we went from Hyderabad by 5 buses, about 225 odd people, we went from Hyderabad to have Darshana Bhagwan. On the road, there was an accident, and midnight, there was a lorry met with an accident, so the traffic was stopped, and we were all waiting there. And wasting the time, we sang bhajans. And by the time we reached Puttaparthi, it was something like 8:45 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And Bhagwan was waiting for us, and he put that big square vacant for the devotees coming from Hyderabad. He told the volunteers, and it kept vacant. And Bhagwan, after giving darshan, also is waiting for us. And when the buses came and we parked near the canteen in Puttaparthi, that pathway, and people told that Bhagwan is waiting. So immediately we ran off from the buses and we went there, and Bhagwan was waiting there. Bhagwan was wearing the lemon colored dress, and there is a bluish aura coming from Bhagwan's body. You can see that laymen like me, dumb fellows like me, could also see the Bhagwan's glow and the body giving different glow. And Bhagavan was waiting there, and when we sat there, he said, Bangaru, entamandi vacharu, how many people have come? So people said some 220 or something like, Manchidi, andaru undandi, nenu asirvadistanu, I will bless you, I'll take care of you. And Bhagavan said. And then Bhagavan mentioned, Bhajana Bagundi. Bhajan was very nice, I liked it. That is the Sarvantaryami mentioning. And Bhagavan gave us Pada Namaskar. The first time when I touched Bhagavan's Padams, I could not feel the flesh. They are flowers. So soft they are. And when I touched them, I was praying to all my gurus and Acharya, Guru Parampara, who have initiated me, and my forefathers and all. And Bhagavan is patiently waiting when I am praying to him, holding his feet. He waited for me to complete. And when Bhagavan looked at me, that the gaze was going through me and beyond me. The only feeling I got, Mother of Mothers, Universal Mother, overflowing of love. Only message I could see from that Bhagavan's eyes was, Vachava Nana, have you come? I have been waiting for you. That Karuna Samudra, Ananda Swarupa, Prema Swarupa, Arthatrana Parayana. I could feel that he is looking through me, and I was very happy that I could have Bhagavan's divine vision. After that, many times, of course, we had opportunity. We used to take a lot of Vibhuti packets, small stamp size photograph sheets, pens, get them blessed by Bhagavan and distribute, come back to the center, distribute to all the Sai Bandhus there. Bhagavan is very patient. Each time we take, we bless bundles of these things. We touch his robe, take his Pada Namaskar, he blesses us, and one or the other many things happen like this. And I had the opportunity that in 2000, I had another opportunity as a guest faculty to take classes for the Vrindavan children. And about 200 people gave me send-off. The very next day I'm flying out of India, first time going abroad to New Zealand. And there the faculty permitted me to see Bhagwan's Simhasan there and Bhagwan's private room and all in Vrindavan campus. And 200 children has given me send-off. The same night I had house bhajan in TV Harihara, again Swami's student and a bhajan composer. And I go to New Zealand. First time I'm going out of the country. So generally any of us when you go outside, the very first thing you'll see is, do you have a Sai center there? Can I connect with my Sai Bandhus there? So we connected with the Sai Center, Nasho Center, and there is one beautiful elder sister to me by name Celia. She is originally French citizen, but settled there now. She has taken care of us like as if I'm a family member kind of thing. Me and my wife, in fact. When we were leaving back from that New Zealand, and again she is the person who came to drop us at the airport, I asked her, sister, why did you take care of us like this? Unimaginable answer. She said that Krishna, before you came, 1 week before you came, with all humbleness and please don't think that this is to advertise, I'm telling. Celia, my sister, was telling that Krishna, before 1 week before you came, Swami came in a dream and he told us that he's sending 2 of his family members and we have to take care of you guys the way we take care of him. This Celia has got 2 children and husband is suffering from terminal illness, cancer actually. I didn't know. Just 1 month before I left New Zealand and I came to know. And such a person attending to her family duties, traveling about 20 miles either way to take us to the Sai Center and drop us back and take us to the special functions. Taken care of us, Swami's overflowing mercy and love. And Sai devotees, when we were leaving from New Zealand, gave a bunch of letters to be given to Bhagavan. And one of the letters was the wedding invitation to Swami of one devotee's daughter. And generally our principle is that when you land in India going from abroad, first thing we wanted to have is retain the taxi, have bath, immediately rush to where Bhagavan is there. So I went to Whitefield. By the time already Sai Ramesh Hall is full with devotees, and even the downside path also is full. Even old students like Hirok were all sitting down, and I was much farther away. And even if Swami comes during the aisle, the straight path, I'll be having about some 25 to 30 rows of people again. Impossible for me to give the letters of the Sai devotees from New Zealand. One of the volunteers actually asked me to come. So I cannot jump the line, it is against the principles in Sai centers, right? So I said, no, I'm not coming. He called me for the second time, I said, I'm not coming. Third time he called me, then I thought maybe it's Swami's message. I came, he gave me a corner seat in the last corner of Sai Ramesh Hall, and Swami came and just plucked the letters from the hand. The love of devotees is acknowledged by Bhagavan. The overflowing mercy of Bhagavan, the love for the devotees, the protection Bhagavan wants to give. He wants to acknowledge and want me to give the message that he has received that. The overflowing mercy of Bhagavan again. There are some lesser important from physical or material life point of view, but the way Bhagavan takes care of us, the minute of the minutest things in our life, Bhagavan takes care of it. In 2005, I went on a client visit from US and my visa expired. At that time, huge 3 months waiting list was there for the visa interviews to get the visa stamped. And I went thrice to Whitefield, had Bhagwan's darshan, 2 darshans, wonderful darshans. Then I had one more darshan, and after that I booked my return ticket, but my visa is not stamped because of the 3 months queue. So I went to Whitefield, and Bhagwan, just passing by, I said, Bhagwan, maybe this is in this trip, the last darshan I can have, and this is the queue, what can I do? And Bhagwan just walked by and just turned back and looked at with that mischievous smile in his eyes. Bhagwan went back. Darshan was over by maybe 8:30 or something like that. I came out of Whitefield Ashram's main gate, and somebody was reading the English newspaper. So when I came out, I was also seeing top half some political news. The bottom half, the message says, because of the heavy rush, US government has permitted the visa applications in India to be routed through any of the centers. I prayed to Bhagwan at 7:49 or something like that. It's already printed. And next 3 days, I completed my interview, and 4th day I was in the flight. It's very immaterial thing for Bhagwan to cater to such things, because he has got a water project and very many massive welfare programs Bhagwan is taking care of. But the smallest of the smallest things for creatures like so, he doesn't want to ignore, he doesn't want us to suffer that I'm there. Why fear when I'm here? Chandra, how much time? 5 minutes. Some of you may be thinking Bhagwan is not in physical form. This is the photograph I want to show all of you, and there is something written behind. By Bhagwan's divine grace, myself and my wife could attend Bhagwan's Mahasamadhi on 27th April 2011 as staff. With great anguish we went there. I was advising my wife not to feel sad and all, but after seeing Swami's physical body in that casket, I could not control myself. So I broke down. The volunteers allowed me to sit the right side of the men's side near the body, pray to Bhagwan, console myself, and the people were doing all chanting of Sai Gayatri. And 11:45, Bhagwan's Mahasamadhi was over, and many lakhs of devotees were waiting outside. So to see that they enter the premises, we need to walk out. We walked out, and a taxi was waiting for us. So we opened the doors of the cab, and Padma and myself were about to get into the cab. One senior devotee in Puttaparthi came and gave 2 photographs of Bhagwan, one each to me and my wife. What does this convey? What Bhagwan is telling? Don't worry, I'm coming with you. I'll take care of you. And the message I have written myself to remember, Bhagwan reassuring us that he will be eternally with us, 27th 4/2011, just before returning from Puttaparthi in a cab. Bhagwan is Sanatana Sarathi, guiding us, goading us, correcting us, loving us, blessing us, and taking us back to him. Om Sri Sai Ram.
Sairam. Firstly, I offer my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba and Shirdi Sainath, the avatar of Dattatreya. Let us give a big hand for Murali Krishna. I would like to say, because from last 2 years we are celebrating in our center Mahasamadhi Aradhana month, and it is my task that that 4 weeks I want to get some guest speakers in our center. And a lot of times I have to request people, can you please come and talk, can you please come and talk. That's the way I used to approach. And he's the first person, Murali Krishna Garu. Just I sent an email, within a half an hour I got an email response from 1 or 2 hours I think, so I got a response from him. Yes, I'm going to talk, wife here, I'm here. So I thank you, sir, for your, he's very new to our center, but the dedication he has towards us, towards not us, towards the center, that he accepted our invitation and he was our guest speaker today. And as he said, yes, we are all actors, there is no doubt in that. But he is our director who is making us to act in this life. Without him, what is that we know that we can do something? He is the planner, he is the doer, he is our in every one of us he is there. Let it be good or bad, he is there for us. And I like the way he acknowledged everyone Sai Bandhu. Yes, we are all Sai Bandhus because we come to his place to sing his glory. So who are we? We are born to different mothers, different families, different countries. No, sorry, same country, I think so, 1 or 2 in different countries, but same different states in India. But end of the day on Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m., we are all there at Temple Emmanuel to sing his glory, to see each other face. I miss Ajanta auntie today, she is not there over here. I miss Polisetti uncle, where is he? What is happening to him? I didn't see him. Where is our Laubul Kaka? I didn't see Kaki last week. Why are we all thinking, where is Jayanba? He's in the hospital. Why are we thinking all of this? Because we are not related to one mother, but we are related to the Sai mother. So we are all Sai Bandhus, as uncle said. I say this very proudly. We started our center with 6 members. Right now we have 110 kids in our SSC. We have 100 members in our center. Who is making do all this? It's not the center president, it's not center devotional coordinator or educational coordinator. It is the who his will is doing everything in Edison Science Center. No one is any great, no one is anything less. He is the one who is our dictator, who is our director, who is our mother, who is our friend, brother, sister, everything is Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba only. As uncle said, Bhagavan never left our hand. We are the one who leaves his hand. When we like, we catch hold of him. When we don't like, we leave his hand. He never left our hand. Did you ever say that he left our hand? If he left our hand, we are not going to sit over here. We have gone long time back. So, only thing is we have to notice how we can catch hold of his hand very carefully, not even leaving for a single minute in our life. Even for a single second, if you leave his hand, we are nowhere in this world, we are up already. So let us see that mind is monkey, we all know that. But still, even we want to leave his hand. He's such a love and he has so much of love for us. He still hands our hand only. He holds us. Even though we are dragging away, no, I need you. You are with me. You have to be with me. That is the love what Bhagavan has for us. We don't have that love for Bhagavan. What are we doing for Bhagavan? This is not a church class or something like that. What are we doing for Bhagavan? Are we paying the same thing for Bhagavan? Coming on Wednesday's bhajan, coming on Sunday's Balvikas, coming on all this? how much are we doing for Bhagavan? Bhagavan has given a lot of songs for us to sing His glory. We enjoy singing His songs. We really enjoy singing His songs. I used to sing, even when we sing His songs, we are so happy, we are so thrilled. He has given a lot of things, but what are we doing for Him? He never asked us to go around and preach about me. He never asked us that. He said, just love all, serve all. This is the message what He has given to us. And as Uncle said, we are all His messengers. Definitely we are His messengers. The way what we walk, talk and do outside is going to representing Him. So yes, we need to watch ourselves before we go out and talk something. And I know I would request this whole month, as Babuji Garu said, we're going to celebrate Sri Ram Navami next week, Easter Sunday, and everything in our center. This whole month is dedicated to Bhagavan Baba. So let us, as all of you have, we are suffering. The world is full of sufferings. We don't know where the flight has gone, what happened to the people in the flight. We don't know what is going to happen next second for me after this. We don't know what is going to happen for us. So the only way we all can be happy in this world is Namasmarana. With His Namasmarana, there is nothing which is impossible to achieve for us. As you all know, Gajendra Moksham. What did the elephant know about singing songs or doing so many Vedas and all? No, it has a love for Lord Vishnu. The love for Lord Vishnu brought Vishnu from Vaikuntha and saved him, the elephant. Yes, God knows what is happening with you all, with us all. But we have to go through circumstances in our life. So that is the reason we are going through ups and downs in our life, ill health, good health and all. Only thing is, only one thought, one thing. Yes, God is there for us. He is Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, Shri Sai and the Lord Dattatreya. He is the Dattatreya incarnate. He is the mother. He is the mother of all of us. And as a lot of suffering is going on in this world, I would like to request all the center members that every day, if you have time, please chant Sai Gayatri and the Surya Gayatri for 9 times this whole month. Let us do as a sadhana in our center. As you know, yesterday I went to Scotch Plains. David Brother Subramaniam, who is the center president of Scotch Plains, is sick. He is admitted in the hospital. We all went there, chanted Gayatri Mantra and all. Yes, definitely there is no doubt Namasmarana is going to improve your health. So I would request everyone in our center, let us do this 1 month sincerely a sadhana in our center also. That let us all chant 9 times Surya Gayatri, Om Bhurbhuva Swaha, and 9 times Sai Gayatri, Om Sai Ishvara Vidmahe, for the welfare of our center, welfare of our kids, welfare of all of us, and welfare of the whole center. And with this, I would like to conclude today, but this is our 14th anniversary of our center, and we have started in 2001 on Ugadi Day. It's not on Ugadi Day, but we took Ugadi Day as our center anniversary. And I would like to say all the officers who has been helping in our center. I would like to thank Jain Savla, Sushil, Raman Kaka, Jitubai, Bharti Ben, Arun, Vidya, Sandhya, Priya, Sita, Prakash, Bapuji, and Bhabubai Patel, Venkat and Shrikant, myself, who has taken this opportunity to serve this center with his opportunity. And especially I would like to thank Sushil, Raman Kaka, Jidubai, Jayant Bhai, Bharti Ben and Jyoti Ben, who has been the main backbone of the centers as a president and vice presidents running the centers. And all to the SSC coordinators who has set up a beautiful program for our SSC kids for 110 people. where every Sunday they come with the smiley faces. I don't know whether they get toffees or not, but I think they're always happy when we see them at SSC. And our devotional team, Priya, Sita, Prakash and Bapuji and Rajkumar for SSC. And in service, Babubhai Patel, Venkat and Shrikant, and to all the central ladies who are cooking for us, I would like to give a big hand for all of them. With this, I would like to conclude today. I would like Brother Shekhar and Bapuji Garu to please come out here. Sai Shekhar. Because why I am calling Sai is also from TV Hariharan group. He learned his songs. I don't know what song he says. What is that song? Aao Pyare Nainam Hamara is a song written by TV Hariharan. It has a lot of meaning in that.
Swami Center, Swami's love.
After attending yesterday's program in Scotch Plains, I thought I would only talk about Namasmarana, but I didn't know that Uncle is going to be talking on Namasmarana today. So this is all his Leela, these small things which touch our heart, because I want to say about this Namasmarana in our center, that let us do this, and the whole topic was on this. I would like to, realizing the divinity within, deem yourself as divine, live with this firm conviction. The divinity in every being should be revered. You have to recognize unity in diversity. Beings are many, but breath is one. This may be experienced by everyone in the process of inhaling and exhaling. Do not give room to any bad thoughts. Body is a temple of divine and no evil thought should be allowed to enter it. Man should strive to reach the sublime regardless of difficulties and troubles. Sai Baba, Sanatana Saradi, August 1994. This is right. This we have Aarti right now. And we'll be having Brother Sridhar Narayan. He's from Bridgewater. He's the center president. He'll be talking, and he is the author of the Dai Sai Kingdom. So he's going to come over here and he's going to give a talk. And the following week we'll be having Ramesh Shankar Narayan. He'll be our guest speaker. He'll be talking on the spiritual and yoga practices. And the following week we'll be having Sangeeta from our center.
Craft Seva on Saturday.
No, it's all on Sunday.
Craft Seva. Senior Citizen Craft Seva. Why is Craft Seva Almeda
Yeah,
Center?
Almeda.
Just next Saturday.
Yeah, we'll send an email.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want to invite everyone?
Yeah, if they can.
Yeah, she wants to invite you all for craft service at Almeda Center on Saturday, and the email will be sent out. And she is the one who is really looking for help. I would request everyone, one for a family, if you get a chance, at least dedicate in your whole year, at least 1 week, and there will be 12 months. So 1 week or 1 month, if you can dedicate, please go and join them. It is going to be on Saturday from 10 to 12. Yeah, and we'll be having a bhajans also. So let us take this whole month as service month. So we'll be having Narayan Seva on April 24th. We'll be send out an email. Next Saturday also we have a health fair. I will send out an email. And that also will be coming to you. And on Easter Sunday we'll be having kids bhajan over here, because we are following this for last 2 years that on every Easter day we do bhajans over here, not on the first week of April. And on April 23rd we'll be observing our Maha Aradhana Day in our center at Golden Era. The bhajans will be from 8 to 9:30. And this Wednesday we'll be having bhajans at Temple Emmanuel. Now we'll be having our
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Pati Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Shashi Vadana Shikara Sarva Pranapate Swami Sarva Pranapate Ashrita Kalpaladita Ashrita Kalpaladita Abad Mandava Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Guru Deva Mumari Antayunive Swami Mari Antayunive Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nagendra Sayana Om Jai Jagadish Hare Omkara Rupa Hoja Shiva Sai Mahadeva Satya Sai Mahadeva Mangala Arati Andako Mangala Arati Andako Mandara Giridhari Om Jai Jagadish Hare Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Om Jai Satgurudeva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Satgurudeva Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Satya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Satgurudeva Om Shanti 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 Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Jai Bhola Bhagavan Shri Shirdi Sainath Maharaj ki Jai Jai Bhola Bhagavan Shri Satya Sai Baba ki Jai Satguru Dev ki Jai